following resistance exercise routine is an intermediate level program. These exercises are slightly more challenging, but can provide you with greater benefit to helping you manage your diabetes by working muscles at a slightly higher level. To complete these exercises, you'll need 2 sets of dumbbells, one lighter set in a range of about 3 to 5 pounds, and one heavier set in a range of about 8 to 12 pounds. It is important to do a short warm-up prior to beginning resistance exercise. A simple walk around the house or around the block can get your muscles ready to get going. You can do some simple stretches to limber up as well. Something for the upper body and something for the lower body can be enough to get you ready to do resistance exercise. Exercise number 1. Hips and thighs. Dumbbell squat. Begin by standing with your legs about hip width apart, holding dumbbells either at your side or as a single dumbbell in front of you. Keep your chest up and slowly lower yourself until the top part of your legs are almost parallel with the floor. Try not to let your knees go past your toes on this exercise and only go down as far as you comfortably can. Slowly raise yourself back up. Breathe with each repetition, keeping your chest up, your shoulders relaxed, and a neutral spine. Breathing with each repetition. Exercise number 2. Chest. Push-up. Standing in front of the wall, place your hands about shoulder width apart, just below the height of your shoulders. Slowly come forward until your face is almost touching the wall and push off, slow and smooth, keeping your abdominals contracted, exhaling as you push away. 3 seconds forward and 3 seconds back. A more advanced version of this exercise is the classic push-up. You can do this from the floor, starting by lying on the ground with your hands just below your shoulders. Tighten your abdominals to keep your hips and body straight throughout the movement, pressing up with your arms and keeping your elbows at your sides. Raise your body to the upright position, pause at the top, breathe, and slowly return to the starting position. You can do this exercise from the knees or from a full push-up position if you feel comfortable. Exercise number 3. Upper back. Rear shoulder raise. Begin by holding a lighter weight in one hand. Bend over the chair, placing the hand flat on the chair for support. Step back with the other leg. Tighten your abdominal muscles, keeping your back flat, finding a balanced position. Lift the weight up to the side so that the weight is just slightly behind your shoulder. Slowly return to the starting position. Keep the weight moving fluently, completing the required number of repetitions. Keep your back flat in a nice neutral spine position. Repeat the required number of repetitions on the other side. Exercise number 4. Middle back. Single arm row. Using the same position as the last exercise, start by leaning over the chair, pressing one hand firmly on the chair with one foot behind the other for balance. Keeping your back straight, holding the dumbbell in your hand, pull the weight upwards until it's just outside and beside your lower rib cage. Slowly return to the starting position, keeping your back flat and your abdominals contracted. Try to keep from rotating as you lift up. Complete the required number of repetitions on one side and repeat on the other side. Exercise number 5. Shoulders. Overhead press. Start by sitting firmly seated in a chair with your chest up and your abdominals contracted. Holding the dumbbell at shoulder height, extend your arm overhead until it is directly over your shoulder. You can have your palm facing forward, or it's sometimes easier on the shoulder to have your palm facing your head as Sherry is demonstrating. As you extend up, try not to lean to the side as you do this. Pause and slowly lower to the starting position. Be sure to do only one arm at a time for this exercise. You can do one arm for the full set of repetitions as Ray is demonstrating, or you can alternate arms as Sherry is demonstrating. Exercise number 6, shoulders. Side lateral raise. Begin by standing up straight with your feet about hip width apart. Keep your abdominals contracted and your chest up and relaxed, knees slightly bent with your arms at your side. Try to lift your arms up to shoulder height, trying not to shrug your shoulders as you come up. Pause and slowly lower to starting position. You can do this exercise with the palms facing down as Ray is demonstrating with both dumbbells at the same time, or slightly easier on the shoulder is with the thumb facing up, one arm at a time as Sherry is demonstrating. Remember to keep breathing, keep your abdominals contracted, your shoulders relaxed, breathe with each repetition. Exercise number 7, upper arm front. Bicep curls. Begin by standing with your feet shoulder width apart, weights at your side. Relax your shoulders, having your palms facing forward. Start by curling your hand up to your shoulder, pause, and lower to starting position. The upper part of your arm should stay straight throughout this movement, only bending at the elbow, with your elbow tucked into your rib. You can do this exercise with both dumbbells at one time, as Ray is demonstrating, or you can alternate as Sherry is demonstrating. Make sure you keep your knees bent, your abdominals contracted, and your shoulders back and relaxed throughout the exercise. Exercise number 8, upper arm back. Overhead tricep extensions. Start by sitting firmly seated in your chair, your chest up, shoulders relaxed. Place one hand holding the weight up over your head, behind your ear, with your elbow beside your head. Extend the weight only from the elbow until your arm is straight over your head. Pause and return to starting position. For support, you can also place your hand at your elbow to keep it in position. Extend straight up overhead, slowly lowering back to starting position, completing the required number of repetitions with one arm. Repeat with the other side. Exercise number 9, legs front. Chair lunge. Start by standing with one leg in front of the other, or stand next to the chair with one hand on the chair for support. Bend down so that your back knee moves towards the floor. Only go down as far as you feel comfortable and slowly return to the starting position. An important thing on this exercise is to keep your chest up, your abdominals contracted, and not bend forward at the hips. Your front knee should stay directly over your toes and keep a nice, slow, fluent movement as you go down and back up. Repeat with the other side. Exercise number 10, legs back. Rear bridge. For this exercise, start by lying on the floor with your feet up on the chair and your knees slightly bent. Or your feet can be firmly on the ground with your knees at 90 degrees, as Sherry is demonstrating. Pushing your heels into the chair, lift your bottom off the floor. Tighten your abdominals and buttocks without overarching your back. Pause, then slowly return to the starting position. Repeat the repetition, lifting your hips up and back down. Sherry is demonstrating a slightly easier version of this exercise, and Ray is demonstrating the more challenging version of this exercise. Once you've completed this exercise, it's important to give yourself a little bit of a rest before going to the next one. Put your feet back down, roll over onto your side, and sit up for a second before trying to stand. This will help to keep your blood pressure normal so that you don't feel dizzy or lightheaded while you're getting ready to do the next exercise. Exercise number 11, lower back, leg extension. Beginning on all fours on the floor, keep your weight balanced over your hands and your knees. Keep your abdominals tight and your back straight. Extend your leg back without arching your lower back. Slowly return to the starting position. Keep the same side going up again, 3 seconds up, hold the top position, and return. Sherry is demonstrating a single leg exercise, and Ray is demonstrating a more difficult version of the exercise with the opposite arm as well as the opposite leg. Perform the required number of repetitions on one side, then switch to the movement on the other side. Make sure you re-cue and keep your lower back balanced and abdominals tightly contracted throughout. Exercise number 12, abdominals. Abdominal curl up. Start by lying on your back with both knees bent at 90 degrees and your hands down by your sides. Keeping your abdominals tight, slide your hands toward your heels, only moving them about 1 hand distance, curling upwards. Slowly return to the starting position. Remember to keep your head in line with your body, but keep your shoulders relaxed throughout the exercise. Remember to begin with the exercises that you feel comfortable with, working up to the full exercise routine over time. Start with 1 set of each exercise and progress to 3 sets of 8 to 12 repetitions done 3 times a week for optimal management of your diabetes.